Hi there! In this video, we're going to look at creating discussions on Schoology and creating an online community. Now, the discussion component of Schoology is one of the most powerful tools where we give the opportunity for our students to collaborate online. Now, we're building and we're creating an online culture, responsible culture, and we're promoting digital citizenship in this way. First, a few things I'd like for you to be aware of. This is a teacher view of a course. So if we go to course options and we go to edit privacy and course settings, we can go to the moderate tab and view all deleted posts in this course. Now, let's say you have a student who you feel like is writing inappropriate things and deleting it. You can know exactly who that person is by going in this tab. Okay. Also, there's a section in the discussion component where we can enable or disable moderation. So I'm gonna, if I disable it, what happens is I've turned off the ability to moderate students' posts. If I enable moderation, when a student posts something on the discussion board, I first get a notification. I read the discussion, or I read the post, and then I can approve it, allowing it to be out there in the public. So I'm conflicted on this. As a teacher, I don't want to have to moderate post. I'd rather, if it does happen, I make it a learning opportunity, and I train my students on how to appropriately speak to each other or post online. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. But for the case of this video, I have enabled moderation. Okay, so let's go look at one of the example discussions I have here. I have a discussion called "We Are the Champions," and I know it's a discussion because of this symbol here. So let's go ahead and click on that. Now, my discussion has three main components. I have the pre-think stage, where the students are just thinking about the topic. They're not typing anything down. I just want them to think. So just think, reflect back on your most troublesome student. Were you successful in making a connection with that student? What was their story? So this actually is for teachers to pre-think. Now, the second component, I'd like for them to watch a video. So I've embedded a YouTube video here from TED-Ed. Okay. And then the third component is the discussion component. And I have a couple of bullet points here, what I want them to write, 2 sentences on Rita Pierce's message, practices that you do in the classroom to support that quote, that is your favorite quote, and then reply to 2 other students. So it is a discussion, so you want them to collaborate. And I provided question stems, I like, and I wonder. Now, right below this, I have a rubric that I attach. This is exactly how I will be grading this discussion, and the students will be able to see this as well. Okay, so now what we can do, I'm going to show you how I made this. So I'm going to go back to my materials page. Let's just go back to the course so you can see the landing page here. I'm going to click Add Materials. I'm going to add discussion. All right. Give it a name. So I was doing a lesson on the imposter syndrome, so let's go ahead and do that. Imposter syndrome. I'm going to then add a table. Okay, when I add a table, it kind of organizes the discussion, the description, so it's easy for your students to see. Okay. All right, so I'm going to click table. I'm going to make it 2 by 3. Okay, so here's my table. I'm going to click on the first column. I'm going to do pre-think. Okay, and if you want to be fancy, you can actually insert an image, which I created using Google Drawings. So I'll click on Insert Content, Image, Media, and I'm going to attach a file. This image is actually saved on my desktop, so let's go there. Pre-think. Okay, there it is. So it's kind of big, so what I can do is adjust the image by clicking on the circles here. All right, so pre-think is done. Okay. There's some extra space there, so I'm going to delete the extra space. All right. let's go ahead and then insert the information. So pre-think, just think. You don't have to answer. Describe. Think of a time where you felt like you didn't deserve an honor, okay, or an award. All right, my second box, I'm going to insert another image, but this time I'm going to attach a video. Okay, that's my watch a video component. Alrighty. I'm going to resize this image. It is taking up a lot of space. Kind of match the one above it. If there's an easier way, be sure to let me know. Okay. Alright. Okay, and then I'm going to embed a video. So I can do it many ways, but this is the easiest way. I'm going to insert content. And if you look at the right here, I have YouTube as an option. I'm going to find my video, Imposter Syndrome. Okay, that's the video I want to show. Import as embed. Okay, so it embeds the video right there. Otherwise, you could just attach a link and you'll just have the link to the video, which will open an external tab. Okay, my third component is discuss, and I also created an image for this. Attach file, my desktop, and I named it. Actually, I didn't. So here's a great way of showing you how I did this. So if I go to my Google Drawings, here I created this image. I'm going to file, download as a PNG. Okay, so let's go back to Schoology, attach file. It's actually in my download, so I'll go there, discuss right there, open. Okay, again, I want to resize this. Okay. All right, what do I want them to discuss? Okay, by watching the video, what is the imposter syndrome? Describe using at least 4 sentences. And then I can do what are ways to overcome the imposter syndrome. Okay, and then respond to 2 other students using the sentence stems. I like, I wonder. All right, and what I can do is I can highlight a few things for sentences so they know how many sentences I'm looking for to other students. Okay. All right. I'm also going to attach a rubric. And the only way I can attach a rubric is by adding a due date to this assignment. Okay, and enable grading. Okay, enable the grading. I'm going to provide a form, the category. Now, if you set up your grade book, this is going to be amazing because the moment you grade this discussion, you can sync it to your grade book. So I'm going to click formative. I created these grade book categories. Alrighty, scale rubric. I'm going to select the discussion rubric, which I created. And I'm also going to click on this button here. Members can see other responses before participating. I'd actually like them to post their discussion before being able to view other students' discussions. So I'm going to do that before viewing other students' posts, is what I meant to say. So require members to post before revealing other responses, and I'm going to hit create. Okay, so there it is. So let me switch to my student account. Okay, my student account, and let's see what it looks like from their end. Imposter syndrome, here we go. All right, so there's my pre-think, there's my video, and there's a discussion, and there is the rubric that I'll be using to grade. So let's just do a test. Okay, post. Your post is pending moderator approval because I've set that. I'm going to go back to the teacher account to show you what that looks like on my end. Okay, going back to that course. All right, so I have one pending post that requires your approval. And you notice if I go here, if I go to that assignment, I won't view their response until I approve it. So let's go ahead and approve it. Moderate. Click and approve. All right, so let's go back to the assignment or the discussion. All right, so here as a teacher, I can view. Okay, so I have this button to grade, so I'm going to click on that button there. I'm going to give it a grade based on the rubric, so click on that rubric symbol there. And did not complete the assignment, did not complete the assignment. And then I can even add comments if I wanted to. Okay, add comments. You didn't complete the assignment. And I want to make sure the student sees that to submit. Okay. I want to show you this feature here called Highlight User. Now, you notice how it said about I want you to respond to 2 other students. And I do have a part in my rubric where I'm counting the responses. If I click Highlight User and I click on the student's name, I can see their initial post. I can also see all the replies. They'll be highlighted in this blue color, which will make it easier for you to grade and give that student a grade. And that is it with discussions. I know that's a lot. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to help you out in creating your discussions. You can ask me, and you can actually ask any of your Schoologists here on campus. Shout out to Ashley McEachern. She goes to the Schoology trainings with me, so you can ask her as well. Alrighty, that's all I got. Thanks.